Welcome to the second edition of Hoops Friday Night. I'm Adam Solomon. This is Tony Quach, and Dwayne Scott will be with us shortly. And speaking of with us, Lima Senior season is underway.
It's true, Adam. The Spartans opened up their season at home. They host the Start Spartans in Toledo City League action for our Spotlight Game of the Week.
This Hoops Friday Night Spotlight Game is presented by Midwest Electric Incorporated.
Lima Senior's coming off a 22-3 season that came to an end in regionals. So let's go to Lima Gymnasium. Lima beat Start by 30 a year ago, and maybe this year a sign of things to come. From one dunk to another, Sean Foster elevates and detonates. It's 4-0 early on. On the other end, Willie Foster. Chase down defense. Cleveland fans didn't know with that block off the glass to end the opportunity. Back on offense, the new guy from Anna, Elon Stearns, the 6'7" sophomore, gets that bucket to fall. Now, Start was hanging around early. Kylan Hornbeek uses the wingspan to throw that down with two hands, but right back comes Lima Senior. Sean Foster, he had himself a night. 3 more points here. That puts him up 41-23 in the second quarter. Let's go to the third quarter. Willie Foster drives, fouled, and one. He had 13 points after the free throw. Spartans pull away in the second half. Noah Simpson, money from deep. Back to Foster we go. From about 25 feet away or so, he led everyone with 30 points. Lima Senior's a winner, 90-51. They're 1-0. Their matchup with Aiken tomorrow has been moved up to a 2 p.m. JV start time.
1-0 New Knoxville is on the road against 2-0 Lima Central Catholic. This is only the second meeting between both programs in the past 20 years. LCC won the other meeting back in March of 2024. In the first quarter, T-Birds show off their defense. Brady Parton comes up with a steal. He takes it down the court for the lay-in. LCC is up by 3. And moments later, the game is now tied up. Hunter Williams from beyond the arc. The junior hits nothing but net, and the T-Birds go back up by 3. But the Rangers have range too. Connor Hoagie's triple try is true. New Knoxville pulls within 4. Then the Rangers apply the pressure. Hoagie comes up with a rock. He'll take it the other way, and lays it up and in. But the Rangers are still playing from behind. It's now a one-possession game in the second quarter. Carson Lombers to Evan Fletterjohn. His basket is good, and the Rangers are now down by 1. But LCC will pull away. Parker finds Jackson Foster in the corner, and the junior buries the long ball. LCC moves to 3-0 on the season. 70-43 is the final.
Dating back to 2007, Allen East and Temple Christian play against each other every season. Of those 19 meetings, they've only met 3 times on Friday night. Of course, tonight making that the 4th time. To the covered wagon, Allen East look to make it 8 straight wins over Temple Christian, while the Pioneers look to pick up their first victory against the Mustangs since 2018. Picking up the action in the third quarter, Mustangs up 74. Brady Brooks, his from behind the arc, money. That 3 extends Allen East's lead to double digits. Moments later, the Pioneers come back on the other end. Derek Schultz knives his way inside for the tough 2. But then the Mustangs turning things up defensively. The steal leads to the nice Euro finish. The Allen East lead remains at 10. However, in the fourth quarter, that lead will be cut to single digits. Nevin Long gets that one to go in between 2 defenders. It was a close one down the wire, but it was the away team that pulled away late. Ethan Hirschberger getting his own rebound and putting it back in as Allen East goes on to win 51-47.
All right, let's go to the scoreboards. Lincoln View is a mirror winner over Upper Scioto Valley, 63-36. Minster tops Jackson Center, 64-47. Minster's Cole McClurg put up 20. Carter Klopfenstein had 21 for Jackson Center. And Miller City is a winner over Holgate, 68-42, while Fort Jennings, they beat Antwerp 52-47. All right, it's time for our first Friday night hoops break coming up. We're scattered across the NWC, WBL, BVC, and NWCC. Stay with us. We will be right back.
You're watching Hoops Friday Night.
Welcome back to Hoops Friday Night. Non-conference basketball continues, including several matchups between the Northwest Conference and the Western Buckeye League.
And we start with the defending WBL champions, the Shawnee Indians, hosting the Crestview Knights. Now, the Tribe came out on top against the Knights last year, 57-56. This is the 5th meeting between Coach Doug Etzler and Coach Mark Triplett since 2021, an even 2-2 record between the both of them in that span. Late in the third, Shawnee has a commanding lead over Crestview. Trevor Berkey finds his older brother Beckett, and the Finley commit rises up for the one-handed jam. The Indians lead 57-32. Well, the Knights are trying to slow down the Indians. Cash Hammond's first shot is denied, but the sophomore hits a short J. Then Huxley Gross matches the number on his jersey. He buries the long ball, but the Knights are still down by double digits. Well, the Tribe continues to add on. Grayson McDonald drives, and the sophomore picks up the bucket. It's now a 61-37 lead for the Indians. And Shawnee is not letting up. McDonald with a backdoor pass to Sullivan Hastings. Shawnee rose to a 72-46 win.
All right, sticking with the WBL NWC theme, to Bluffton High School we go. In comes the 2-0 Ottawa Glandorf Titans, while the Pirates look for their first win of this young season. Starting things off in the second half, Titans in the lead, and we start with Brady Fortman off the glass. That makes the score 25-18. More offense from the road team later. A great read from Jordan Shoemaker with the steal, takes it himself. That's a 32-18 Titans lead now, but back comes Bluffton. Brody Donnelly, cookies all the way to the other basket, ending a 9-0 run for the Titans. It's now 32-20, and Pirates keep chipping away at that lead. Huge three coming up here from Chase Kelly. There it is. The deficit is now just 7 points with just under 7 minutes to play in this game, but now under 2 minutes to play, and it's Jordan Shoemaker again for OG. Another steal, takes it all the way to the basket to really seal the deal. He led the way with 14 points. Ottawa Glandorf is your winner. Final score 40-30.
Last season's district semifinalists and regional semifinalists meeting tonight with Spencerville visiting Elida. The last two games have been decided by a combined 5 points. First quarter, Spencerville turning defense into offense. The steal, the outlet pass, leading to the finish by Jude Steeman. Bearcats running early. Then it's senior Owen sends the ball full steam ahead. Finger roll for number 13. Timeout as Spencerville starts the game off on a 10-0 run. Play resumes. Eli's inbounds play working to perfection. Brody Altenbach off the glass. Bulldogs get themselves on the board. Then later, Bulldogs back on the attack. The lead pass finds Jonan Snyder for the easy two. Elida clawing their way back down 10. But it was all Bearcats tonight. Sensen ball up and under with a little English high off the glass. He had 18 points tonight as Spencerville wins this one. The final score 55-36.
Elsewhere, WBL against others. Salina falls to New Bremen 46-38. Gavin Quellhorse had 23 for the Bulldogs. St. Mary's is a winner over Perry 49-43. Defiance tops Paulding by a 59-51 final. Josiah Schlatter led the way with 24 points. And Ada takes care of Van Loo 65-15. All right, we've reached our final break. Straight ahead, when we get back, we'll wrap up in the Blanchard Valley Conference, Northwest Central Conference, highlights and scores straight ahead. Welcome back to Hoops Friday night. Once again, all out-of-conference matchups all the time, and we'll start with two teams who are coming off very different seasons a year ago. Arlington went 24-4 last season before falling to Russia in the state semifinals. You may remember, while Corey Rawson, they're looking for a big early season upset tonight. Now, winning the tip-off and wasting no time getting things rolling here, it's Aiden Cavaney from the corner. That's a three to make the lead 7-2 within the first minute of the quarter. More Red Devils in the first. This time it's Carson Kokensparger for three on the other side of the court. But back comes Corey Rawson. Carson Reese, pull-up jumper. That's a three ball as well in the bank. Apparently open on this Friday. 3 of his 11, snapping the 18-0 run for the Red Devils. More from the Hornets. Connor Reese this time. The corner long ball is good. But when it's Arlington's big man, Calvin Willow, getting up and getting the bucket, you know good things are happening. In the end, Red Devils handle the Hornets. Final score 64-23.
Waynesville Goshen is fresh off the season opening win over Kenton. Tonight they're at home taking on North Central. North Central takes an early lead in this one. Jackson Pointer puts the Eagles up by 2 with this basket. Meanwhile, the Tigers are battling back. The ball finds Jay Michael in the paint, and the senior goes off the glass for the score. Then, moments later, Keegan Morris finds Bentley Barnes. The 6'1 freshman puts it home, and WG is down by 4. Moving ahead, Waynesville Goshen is trying to keep it close. Corbin Barnes swings it out to Turner Thompson. The junior buries the long 2. And now it's Thompson receiving the bounce pass. He'll kiss it off the backboard. but he's not done yet, folks. Morris finds Thompson, and he finds the bottom of the net. But in the end, the Tigers fall to the Eagles 60-45.
Scores from the Blanchard Valley Conference. Liberty Benton tops Arcadia 63-41. Pandora Gilboa wins a close one over Elmwood 58-56. Meanwhile, Riverdale cruises by Leipzig 55-30 and Van Buren 52-43 over Macomb.
The Cleveland Cavaliers beat the San Antonio Spurs 130-117. Cleveland Glenville beat Shelby 45-7 in the D4 state championship. Toledo Central Catholic lost 30-0 to Bishop Watterson and D3s. And Olentangy Orange beat St. X 28-14. And that will do it for Hoops Friday night. Come back to us tomorrow. Full coverage, sights and sounds from St. Henry's first state championship game since 2006. Basketball continues as well. For Tony Quach and Dwayne Scott, I'm Adam Solomon. We'll see you next week for another episode of Hoops Friday Night.